We are in a world of scorched earth politics. We have to fight back.
Several groups in Milwaukee this past week calling for Bob Spindell to be removed or resign from the Wisconsin Elections Commission. Spindell was another 2020 Republican elector, the group pointing to the recent settlement as a need now for his removal. One of those at the event was Democratic Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski, who joins us now. Secretary of State, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
You had asked Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu to revoke his appointee, who is Bob Spindell. He came back and said, listen, this settlement, they did not admit any guilt. The meeting was part of a failed legal strategy, he said, and Commissioner Spindell will remain on the commission.
Well, let's look at the facts. The facts are that Commissioner Spindell acknowledged that he was first not an elector for Wisconsin, and second, that he signed a falsified document that was a certificate of votes that was an attempt to overturn the will of the people. And I have actually the documents right here. This is the real certificate of votes, and this is the certificate of votes that Commissioner Spindell, an election commissioner, signed. He put personal preference above the will of the people, and that's dangerous, and he needs to be removed.
We just heard the argument from Andrew Hitt a few minutes ago, but why now, 3 years later?
So he acknowledged it. That's the big difference, is that he has been kind of hiding under a rug, and we've known this is wrong, but he actually acknowledged that he was not an elector for the state of Wisconsin, that he signed this falsified document, and he's actually asked my office to remove it.
And to your control, and that from your office, I want to ask you about a new piece of legislation that is out there that we were told last week on this show will receive a public hearing. It would abolish the Elections Commission altogether and give authority to your office as Secretary of State. Do you support that?
So this legislation is really a power grab yet again by the legislature. It's not about the Secretary of State controlling elections. It's actually about the legislature, the election committee, calling balls and strikes on the election. So no, I do not support that legislation. I do not support the Secretary of State, taking over in the way that they've outlined it, because our system works.
Do you support the Secretary of State having more authority over elections in a different capacity or oversight?
Our system works right now. We have seen time and time again how our system supports free and fair elections.
So that's a yes or no?
So our system works.
With the Wisconsin Elections Commission?
It works.
When the Secretary of State has no authority over elections, why is it important for you to be out talking about elections and election commissioners?
As Secretary of State, I have an obligation to uphold transparency and accountability. And so when this notification was sent to my office saying that they were not electors, please remove these falsified documents, I'm not going to look the other way.
Since the settlement, has someone officially come to your office and asked that these documents be removed? Does that process have to happen with your office?
Yes, so the documents have been submitted to our office.
Did someone come in person and ask for
Certified mail.
To happen?
Certified mail.
And it's done. It's been removed from your office.
So no, we're not taking any action. This is part of our historical record.
So you're keeping it?
We're keeping these.
Is that your decision?
So this is again something that we are looking at, but as far as I'm concerned, this is part of public record. Commissioner Spindell submitted, he was part of 9 to 10 fake electors that submitted this falsified documents. It's part of the record.
So you're going to keep these on the record in Wisconsin?
We're keeping these in our office.
Senator LeMahieu has said no, he's not going to rescind his appointee to the Election Commission. Bob Spindell has given no indication that he's going to step aside. Is there any more recourse?
Look, we're going to continue to use every tool in our toolbox to stand for accountability, and I think something that you're going to see is we just saw on Wednesday, groups now are calling for his resignation, and so I believe this accountability campaign is going to continue.
Are you preparing any other type of legal action beyond what we've discussed at this point?
So we found out about this on Thursday. We immediately called for the removal based on this information on Monday, and now I am doing everything and researching everything that we can for taking next steps.
Could that include legal action?
So we are looking at all of our options in our toolbox.
Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski. Secretary, thank you so much for your time and perspective.
Thanks for having me.
Up next, the bipartisan party.